Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name's Carmen, and today we're going to do a reading for Cancer. It looks like this would be for anyone who is either Cancer or dealing with a Cancer that is a bit of a drama queen here. I feel like this is somebody who is trying to block another person from being able to start fresh or start a new relationship. This person who's creating chaos here could be fully aware that their former partner, or maybe even, still kind of trying to wrap things up partner, is interested in somebody else. So they're doing whatever they can to try to make it difficult for those two to reconcile or for them to meet in the first place. So let's con spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. And I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. It's cold and rainy here, but don't worry, I warmed myself up with some lefse. If you've never had lefse, it's a Norwegian dessert treat that I absolutely love. It's like potato tortilla, basically. And I heat it up, put butter on it, and brown sugar, and it's amazing. All right, what else do we have for Cancer? Yeah. This makes a lot of sense, right? Because we started off with the idea that there's somebody that could be a jealous ex-partner, and they might be aware that somebody here has amorous feelings towards somebody new, because we have the pathway here. So somebody has a choice. Somebody knows they can go this way or that way. And what do we have? A feminine energy who is watching, and that is definitely giving me vibes of somebody who is maybe even doing a little bit of stalking or looking at somebody's social media quite frequently to see if they can figure out if they're doing, what they think they're doing, kind of thing. But it feels like this masculine energy, or somebody who has stood up for their for what they want their life to be like. It feels like they know what the right course of action is, but this jealous partner is hoping that they'll remain in kind of a stagnant, unable to express their emotions energy. We have the house here with like the King of Cups. I mean, he's holding a sword, but he's got the heart right next to him. So I think this is a masculine who's in love here with somebody that is not this jealous person. And this masculine feels with the fox that he's going to have to be a little bit of a trickster or move in silence. And it could literally be he has to move in silence because we have a house here. For some of you, this is somebody that needs to be very mindful of the assets they own if they have a marriage that's ending. For some of you, this is somebody trying to move to a new place without letting their partner, their former partner, know where they're moving to. And for others of you, this is somebody who's moving towards a new relationship and a new place that they're a little bit worried this person will follow them to. Like, I'm not going to give names, but I do know somebody quite well who moved to a new city and was kind of excited to distance himself from somebody that had been a little bit stalkery. And that person ended up moving to the very same town, like across the country, you guys. It was just, so I'm getting kind of creep vibes like that. Like somebody knows they have to be careful with whatever information they have regarding this change, because if it gets back to this drama queen, she's going to find a way to cause trouble or, like make it so that he can't express his feelings or reunite with somebody. Wow. Well, even if you were to wish this drama queen good luck and you were a powerful magician, you might not be able to have much influence at all. We have the High Priestess and the Chariot. Have you ever seen a video of somebody who gets distracted by something on the road? Maybe they're driving or maybe they're riding a bike like this chariot is, and they're so fixated on something like this high priestess that they drive right into a pole or right into a pond or something like that, right? Somebody was unable to focus elsewhere because their attention was on this high priestess. And it's this King of Wands, which I think the drama queen sees as the King of Cups, possibly the King of Cups in reverse. But this is a masculine energy that is newly impassioned or deciding to take action in a situation that may have caused some indecision or stagnation at one point. Like, I know I want to go this way, but do I actually have the cojones? Do I have the strength to make all of the changes necessary to be able to do what I want to do? Because there's an Empress in the reverse in the way. This is our drama queen, ladies and gentlemen. So we have this feminine energy's true nature being exposed with the sun coming out at the same time. So whatever this person is doing to prevent or try to prevent this masculine from moving on, it's already being seen by somebody, or it will be seen. And it's going to impact this Empress in the reverse's ability to move forward on her own. We have the Hierophant, King of Rings. Somebody's ready for a serious commitment. Somebody wants to move in or get engaged. Somebody feels very strongly here. I feel like this is a masculine energy, but remember, we have feminine and masculine energies, all of us, so whatever resonates for you. This could be a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. So we've got the Hierophant, which is Taurus energy, and King of Rings, which would be any of those three. But this is somebody who has seen a former partner for who they really are, decided they want to change their life and choose a happier romantic situation. They already know who this person is. They already know who makes them happy. This is the Egyptian tarot. Sun in the reverse. Nine of Swords in the reverse. There's something that this high priestess may not be sharing with others in terms of a need or a situation that's not going well. This is somebody who's generally pretty quiet or secretive, so they wouldn't be blasting all of their stuff on social media. So it might be a pretty close spiritual connection that this masculine energy feels with the high priestess to help him realize that there may be some information this high priestess still needs, or that she needs help of some sort. I don't think this high priestess realizes there's somebody rushing quickly to her aid. And it could be somebody with a lot of air in their chart as well, because we have the King of Swords here. And it's right underneath the King of Wands. You guys, this is beautiful. This masculine energy so far has come out as 3 different kings. The only one he hasn't come out as yet is the King of Cups, even though we do kind of have the King of Cups vibe right here. So I think we could be very well dealing with a masculine energy that has gone through a spiritual awakening and is ready to do what is right in terms of living an authentic life and a happier life. This feels like somebody who had to tell the truth in a situation where it may have been a little difficult. Holy buckets, you guys. There's an end of a relationship here with the Queen of Swords coming out. Look at how these two are. These divine counterparts, the King and Queen of Swords, are often seen as exes, so former partners for sure, right? And they're not even facing each other. These are two people that no longer know how to communicate, or maybe never really felt like they could communicate effectively with each other. And this King of Wands, do you see how he's looking back? He's realizing that whoever he cared for, he left in distress. This person needed their help. And so there's a sense this King of Swords has decided to no longer invest in this relationship with the Queen of Swords here, his ex, and instead wants to correct the situation with this High Priestess or balance the scales in a situation where maybe this masculine feels like he was not doing right by somebody who was really solid or reliable to him. We have the Ten of Wands in the reverse. It's becoming more apparent now to the general public, or maybe even friends, possibly because of social media. There may be, for example, this drama queen could be posting a lot of those like really awful, I'm really sad, I don't know why I'm like not able to get my relationship back on track, like to nobody in Facebook, Instagram, just pouting, right? But there's something a little bit public here about the dissolution of this marriage or significant relationship. You may have just lived with each other, but there are people that are picking up on the fact that this has changed. They're seeing the change in relationship status. And I'm seeing this Queen of Swords with her hand gesturing for someone to sit down next to her, as if she stepped out on the marriage or relationship. She may have been cheating, or she may have, after things became public, gone after like a friend or a brother or something specifically designed to hurt this King of Swords, King of Wands, King of Rings, Pentacles, and King of Cups. I could just call him an Emperor. We just haven't had that come out yet. We have the Eight of Wands in the reverse. I feel like for now, the majority of you are no contact. Either you haven't met, or there's been a separation here, and this masculine energy is working to find out how to approach the situation with the utmost respect and be very clear that there is, amorous feelings here. All right, we're going to go for the noisy cards in honor of Lynn. What else do we have for Cancer, please? We have the Four of Swords in the reverse and Page of Wands. So the Four of Swords in the upright is about being able to get time alone to heal or recover from a situation that's been pretty taxing. And when it's in the reverse, I feel like there's some situation here with the Page of Wands that is either, being updated regularly, like a court case or social media commentary, but there's something that is causing the High Priestess to struggle with some element of healing or laying to rest some trauma or betrayal. And another way of looking at this Page of Wands, especially because it's clarifying the Nine of Swords in the reverse, which can mean finding help, is that there's going to be a good message that comes in for this High Priestess, I think, from this King of Swords. Yeah, this King of Swords, or Emperor, because he's come out as all the kings, is going to tell this High Priestess that there is something that has changed, some drastic ending, likely the divorce or end of this relationship, and that a big part of it was because this person didn't want to live an inauthentic life anymore. Yeah, this person realized, I feel like I'm speaking to a feminine, but that there's also plenty of masculines out there that this would resonate with. You felt like you were living in the past, that you were making choices to benefit people around you, and less so because it was what you truly wanted to do with your life or how you felt. With the Hanged Man in the reverse and the Six of Cups in the reverse, this is somebody who's afraid to move forward and look at life differently or try something different. But this person has realized, I think it's a masculine, has realized that it's worth looking at new options, trying something different this time. We have the Nine of Cups. Something that this masculine thinks about quite often and would really like to include in his life had a false start or felt like kind of a fantasy that couldn't actually become reality. Somebody had, I think this masculine had probably gotten to the point where they just accepted that this thing they really wanted, this love they really wanted, was just fantasy. And they couldn't really justify making all the changes that would be required in order to be with this person. But that decision just began to eat away at this person. And I believe it's masculine, has had to reevaluate because they've lost quite a lot that they thought they were saving by not making this change. What else do we have for Cancer? We have the Moon in the reverse. There's somebody's deception kind of laid bare for public consumption. Everyone can see that there was some sort of manipulative behavior here around somebody else's love life, namely this drama queen doing something selfish or toxic. Ooh, bless me, sorry. And with the Three of Cups, it looks like there was somebody else involved. So this jealous, chaos-inducing drama queen could have had some sort of like bored sister or best friend who really enjoys pooing in other people's punch bowls. So there was somebody else here, possibly even two others, that were stirring the pot along with this drama queen. We have the Four of Swords in the reverse again. Death and Magician. This magician is you, and it's a positive magician. This is somebody who is manifesting a new life. It could also be the masculine energy, whoever you're resonating with, or however it resonates. But we've got somebody who has realized that the reason they couldn't heal themselves or heal from trauma, heal from a situation that made them, question their self-worth or confidence, they're realizing that because they were able to change or you were able to change and someone else didn't, that was what the missing piece was. You couldn't feel, like you'd accomplished what you needed to because someone else was effectively blocking it for you. And that helped you realize that you needed to take control back of your life and not let other people make decisions for you, or not let people guilt you into staying in a situation that you know is not right for you, or you know isn't serving your best interests, right? We have the Queen of Swords. Page of Pentacles in the reverse. The Sun. So I think it's come out possibly on social media or possibly in a public situation like a holiday party for work, for example, that this jealous feminine energy was doing something specific to mess with this masculine's ability to move forward in love. So this could have been something like um, airing, dirty laundry that wasn't actually accurate, exaggerating some story to make their ex look worse, false police report, something along those lines to make their life more difficult, specifically in love, but could potentially also affect their finances. But this Sun card is here to say, no, 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 we already know what you were doing, and we know who was not doing the toxic stuff. So there's, some trickery that's been exposed on behalf of this feminine energy that's jealous. We're going to get some more clarification for you with the Everyday Tarot. Ace of Swords in the reverse. There was some dishonesty here about somebody's ability to move forward. I feel like this is pertaining to the masculine energy, pretending to not love the High Priestess energy, which would be probably you, Cancer. But you could also, of course, be resonating with the King of Cups here, right? But we've got somebody that knows that they've made a mistake, that they didn't tell how they truly felt to this person, and that it's pretty much, it's time to do this, and that they need to do this soon. We have the Hermit in the reverse and the Devil. This person was unwilling to move forward at the time that maybe you first inspired them or first they heard the call. Somebody was a little bit too caught up in their fears or their addictions or their I don't know, man, need to control things. And it ended up losing them something very dear to them or someone very dear to them. But they know now that they can't just sit there and cry about it. They need to, this is choosing happiness. They need to move forward. They can't just whine about everything, right? You have to make what you want happen come true. So this person's feeling like they need to take action here. So they know with the Six of Pentacles in the reverse that they were not fair to this High Priestess. They mistreated her somehow. And there's a need to communicate that one chapter is over and a new chapter is beginning. Likely, this is in love, right? Between the two of them. But this masculine energy is really nervous and probably struggling to sleep at night because there's a concern here that the feminine energy is no longer interested. There may have been too much time that passed here. All right, we're going to grab a few from the Gypsy Oracle. We have conversation. There's a need to talk through something here that happened in the past. I feel like there's an apology and an explanation that somebody that was trying to control this masculine's life, possibly a mother figure or an older partner, was trying to keep them apart. There may have even been some sort of message or letter or email that was never successful in being sent or received. And this would potentially be because of this Queen of Swords. I feel like there was some sort of trickery there in terms of trying to make sure that any possibility of communication would be, pretty difficult to achieve. We have Sighs in the reverse. I think this confirms for me that this Queen of Swords is pretty self-involved, pretty self-absorbed, not really interested in how her actions affect those around her. Very focused on whatever outcome this feminine energy wants for herself. The Messenger in the reverse, this seems to confirm the idea that whatever message was sent did not go where it was supposed to go. Somebody meddled with this message. Maybe for some of you, there was somebody who went in and changed like contact information. So when you thought you were responding to XYZ, this person was actually your ex-partner or a friend or somebody like that, right? Because we've got love and malady, which is basically like lovesick. Somebody was really jealous here because this masculine energy was struggling to move forward or act himself because he was lovesick and struggling to be apart from someone that he really did care about or does care about. We have Doctor in the reverse. Somebody is pretending to be a good influence on others while actually working to undermine them. I feel like that would be our drama queen here. All right, we're going to grab a few romance angel oracle for you. And then we'll wrap it up with these zodiac fortune telling cards. Unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. So that could be why it kind of feels a little bit uneven here, right? Like somebody's trying to force someone else to stay where they don't necessarily want to be. Doesn't usually end well, you guys. Free will is free will. We have children. Your love life is being affected by children. I think I pulled this for Pisces as well, so you may have some overlap there. You want to check that one out. We have passion. So there's definitely a pull where it concerns physical intimacy or physical attraction. But this could be between the High Priestess and the Chariot or the King of Cups energy, because remember with that bicycle skeleton, he was just like zeroed in on the High Priestess. But there are financial issues here that are impacting the reconciliation. We have the house at the beginning of the reading, so this could be property that needs to be sold or bills that need to be paid before someone can make moves. We have retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. Well, lines up pretty nicely with the holidays we have coming up. So make sure you get some time to yourself to do something that helps you ground yourself or feel like you know what's going on and how to, stay sane, even though there's so much that tends to be happening this time of year. A change in the life of a true friend. So somebody here that maybe you never even were in a relationship with has feelings. They're going to tell you that they've ended a relationship or they've moved or they want to move. Success in business enterprises through hard work. You may build a business with this person or you may be in a similar line of work, but stay focused on what it is that you're working on. Make sure you dedicate enough time and effort to it because you will be successful in it. You are one who stands by a person who needs you. You have a big heart. Be careful that you're not extending that kindness to people that are taking it for granted. Feels to me like you're already following that advice, or at least this masculine is, but definitely make sure you're keeping those boundaries that protect you, right? All right, I hope you enjoyed the reading today, Cancer, and that you have a wonderful rest of your day. I will be back in a little bit with the Scorpio reading.